Hello friends, I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? Hope it's fantastic and wonderful. Everything here is just okay. I'm not feeling good. It's game day and I'm not going to go to game night tonight because I'm not feeling right and I don't want to risk anything. I've been feeling funny for probably about 5 days now. I've been very, very tired, like mono tired. And if you're not aware, I have a condition. I guess it. Anyway, something called Epstein-Barr, which is basically recurring mono. Uh, I have apparently had mono at some point in my life. I've never been diagnosed with mono, but I had this problem years ago where I was just exhausted all the time. And I went to the doctor and they did some blood tests and said that my numbers for fighting mono or whatever were really elevated. And that's known as, it can be known as um, chronic fatigue. It's classified as chronic fatigue if you have a certain number of episodes within a 6 month period. I don't. It's like once a year that I feel this way. So they don't necessarily classify it as chronic fatigue, but it is a result of the mononucleosis, disease or virus or whatever it is. But I've never been diagnosed. I think what happened is my mom went to Poland in the late 90s, I think, or something, early 2000s. And when she came back, she brought back hepatitis A with her. Whatever the hepatitis is that's like mono. There's one of them it's very similar. But it lasts about 6 months as opposed to mono's couple of weeks. And I think I had that. Never went to the doctor. She did. She went to the doctor, got diagnosed. I just assumed I had it because I was exhausted for 6 weeks or 6 months. And so this happens. So over the weekend, I started feeling really exhausted. And what comes with that exhaustion? I don't know what. I've never been diagnosed with mono, so I don't know if this is what mono feels like. But it's almost like whole head pressure, like not a headache, just like you can feel elevated brain pressure. It would be the only way I know how to explain it, along with just constant tiredness. It makes your eyes feel really fatigued. And that's how I was feeling. But today I have a little bit of a sore throat. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to play it safe and I'm not going to risk anybody because, that's the correct thing to do. I don't feel as tired today, which is a good thing because when you feel that way, it's horrific. It's really horrific. But I have been, my Game & Watch has kept me company through this, and I've been playing the heck out of this thing. I finished The Legend of Zelda. I am now on Zelda 2, which I forgot how difficult this game was. I'm pretty positive I never finished Zelda 2. I'm pretty sure my friends had it, and I would try to play it, but Zelda 2 is the type of game that, man, it's tough. It takes a long time to even get passably decent at playing it. And I just keep dying. I keep resetting and going back and trying, but man, it's really tough. I'm hoping to get through it soon so I can play Link's Awakening. But I'm really enjoying this little thing. It's such a neat little device, and it really is what I wanted. I wanted Zelda in my pocket. And I mean, yeah, I probably could have fired up an emulator on my phone and played it all these years, but it's not the same, right? Like the form factor of this little device, the almost absurdity of it is it's very nostalgic for me. The physical buttons are very nostalgic. This whole thing is just a wonderful little package. So I've been having a blast with it, and I'm hoping. Like I was thinking the other day, what other Game & Watches could they come out with that I would be excited about? And there really isn't one. I would want non-Nintendo products in this form factor. I would want a Castlevania Game & Watch. That would be amazing. M mentioned Metroid. Yeah, I guess a Metroid Game & Watch would be okay. I was never really a big fan of Metroid. Now, Metroid Prime, absolutely. But the original Metroids, they were fine. I just didn't play a whole lot of them. So I don't know if there'd be any other Nintendo franchises that I'd like to see on here. And by the way, there was a couple of games I forgot about when I did my list that we played the heck out of. And I think one of them was called California Games. It had like a skating game, it had a hacky sack game, and I think beach volleyball. And the other one was called something like TNC Surf, and that one had a skateboarding like side scroller, and we played that to death. I loved both of those. So, yeah. Just wanted to mention that. There was a couple of things I forgot about on my list. So anyway, I'm going to go rest. I've been drinking a whole lot of fluids today and trying to feel better. So that I can have, more energy to talk. Because I haven't really had anything to talk about. What would you like to talk about? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends, wonderful people. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Today's word you should know to sound smart is innocuous. It is an adjective meaning not harmful or offensive, innocent, incidental, and hardly noticeable. I know those little phrases that seem so innocuous and once you let them in, pollute the whole of speech. Samuel Beckett, an Irish writer, dramatist, and poet. Innocuous. Innocuous. Man, I screwed that up. And innocuous. Is that a word, or am I just misremembering innocuous from, like... I want to say that I've heard innocuous as a word with an L, but maybe now that I'm thinking about it, there isn't such a word.